Weather in South Texas can change in an instant, which is exactly why your Chris 6 weather experts keep you up to date all the time on air and online. But it's time to look back at 2024 for this year's weather wrap.
Not snow, but some ice off of my windshield.
The first big weather event of 2024 was some wintry mix happening across the coastal bend. On January 14th, Arctic air moved down into the coastal bend, and on the 15th, Corpus Christi International Airport recorded a trace of snow, or just a hint of it. It's the highest ever, and it really was a combination of freezing drizzle and ice pellets. Things quickly began to heat up as we moved into the spring of 2024. In fact, May, our warmest on record here in Corpus Christi, with an average temperature of more than 83 degrees. But the summer heat continued, interrupted only briefly by the beginning of hurricane season. The coastal bend was directly impacted by the first two storms of hurricane season 2024, the first being Tropical Storm Alberto. The storm offered plenty of rainfall, which caused flooding in places like Alice.
Getting into this harvest season, most of our farms got at least 5 to 7 inches, so we will not have the time to go in there and harvest anything in between if we do get hit with this other storm.
Alberto also caused problems with storm surge, which impacted Padre Island. Surveying the damage, the National Weather Service concluded that not one, but 2 tornadoes hit the Rockport area.
You can see a few of these trees if you go back farther here. Just kind of the tops of them are twisted. They had a lot of branches down, but not a lot of significant structural damage.
The second storm of the season, Beryl, was one for the record books, the earliest Category 5 hurricane on record in the Atlantic Basin. Now, this one made a close pass to the coastal bend, ultimately turning to the north at the last moment. But that doesn't mean that folks weren't getting ready and taking the storm seriously. One of our coastal bend weather watchers and Sinton neighbors made some beautiful art out of storm preparations.
We have put a lot of work into this house to get it looking really nice, and the idea of putting just plain plywood over our windows, I wasn't okay with that. So I was like, let's paint them.
As the throes of summer continued through August, tragedy hit the coastal bend not once, but twice. 2 hot car deaths. The first, a child left in the backseat of a vehicle found at Tom Brown Middle School the very next day.
Upon arrival, one of the officers made contact with the grandmother who was holding a 9-month child in her arms.
A child left in the backseat of a car in Beeville succumbed to heat-related illness. August also marked 800 days under water restrictions for Corpus Christi water customers. We began our series Water Watch to break down the science behind our water shortage and the developing drought in 2024. As it stands, 2024 was trending behind on yearly rainfall by about 4 inches. For the first time in coastal bend history, our combined capacity at Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi fell below 20%. On December 16th, Corpus Christi Water enacted Stage 3 water restrictions for the first time.
And of course, we can't forget you, our neighbors, our eyes and ears out in the community, our coastal bend weather watchers. This Facebook group was started back in 2021 and since then has grown to more than 23,000 members just a few months back. So 2024 has been a pretty incredible year here across the coastal bend weather-wise, and we definitely want to send a special thank you to all of you who contribute to our wonderful, wonderful community. All right, from all of your Chris 6 weather experts, I want to say thank you for a wonderful 2024, and I'm excited to see what we can do in 2025. Happy New Year.